we can see the next problem. Two numbers are in a ratio 3:7, and if 6 is added to each of them, the ratio is 5:9. Find the numbers. There are two unknown numbers. We just know the ratio 3:7. I can write the ratio in terms of 3x, 7x. The numbers are 3x. The numbers are 3x and 7x. Now, by the given question, if each term is added 6, the ratio becomes 5:9. Understood? If in each number, we don't know the number 3x, and if each number is added 6, the ratio becomes 5:9. So that now this is 9 into 3x plus 6 is equal to 5 into 7x plus 6. On multiplying, 27x plus 54 is equal to 35x plus 30. Now bringing 35x minus 27x is equal to 54 minus 30, and my difference become 8x equal to 24, and x is equal to 3. The main aim is to find the x, and if we know the value of x, we can easily find the numbers. The numbers are 3x and 7x. We know the x value, 3 into 3 9, which is the first number, and 7 into 3 21, which is the second number. 9 and 21 are the numbers. In the next problem, they have given that if x by y equal to 2 by 3, find 3x plus 5y divided by 5x plus 6y. We can also use a normal method, but by the term of ratio, we know that any ratio can be multiplied or divided by the same number. So that in this question, 3x plus 5y, I can divide by the same number y. You will understand why I am doing this. Divide by the same number. You can also cancel this so that it will not affect the ratio. So this becomes 3x by y plus 5y by y, which will get cancelled, divided by 5x by y. Just put a bracket so that you are not confused, plus 6x 6y by y get cancelled. Now it is in a simplified form. 3 into x by y, we know the value for x by y, which is 2 by 3. 3 into 2 by 3 plus 5 divided by 5 into 2 by 3 plus 6 becomes 7 by 10 by 3 plus 6. Do step by step method, must not make any mistakes. 7 by 3 into 6, 8, 18 plus 10, 28 by 3. And now 7 into 3 by 28 cancel out to be 3 by 4. The answer is 3 by 4. In this question, they have given the ratio of the number of boys to the number of girls in a school of 720 students is 3:5. The total number of students is 720. The ratio of boy is to girls is 3:5. The boys part is 3 and the girls part is 5. So that we can easily find the number of boys and number of girls. The number of boys are 3 by the sum of the ratios is 8 into 720. Right, the side boys, number of boys, cancel, which comes out to 70, and the number of girls is 5 by sum of the ratios 8 into 720. Now, which gives 450. The number of boys is 270, number of girls is 450. Now, next, if 18 new girls are admitted in the school, find out how many new boys may be admitted. So the ratio, and they have given the new ratio to be 2 by 3, and the condition is 18 new girls admitted in the school. 18 new girls mean 450 plus 18, and number of boys is for 270, and some new boys are added. We can take that new boys as the number of new boys is x, so that the ratio is 2 by 3. Now I am going to write the number of boys is 2 girls. Okay, I will write this side. Number of boys is 270 plus x to the number of girls 450 plus 18, which is 468, is equal to 2 by 3. Now 3 into 270 plus x equal to, is cross multiplying, 468, which comes out to be 256 into 256, 810 plus 3x equal to 936. Now the value of x is equal to 42. On simplification, we will get the value for x is 42. Now one more important problem. Find in what ratios will the wages of the workers of factory be increased or decreased if there be a reduction in the number of workers in a ratio 15 to 11, and increment in their wages in a ratio 22 to 25. Now they have given the reduction. Now there is some reduction in the number of workers and increment in their wages. They have mentioned it in terms of ratio. So they are asking to find the ratio, the in wages of the factory, workers of the factory. So suppose now I can take x be the number of workers in a factory and y be the wages. I can tell it an average wage. Now without any reduction, now they told that something reduction in the number of workers and increment in their wages. What happens with the original number of workers and the wages? The original wages before change is equal to x into y. Why I am writing x into y? Suppose there is 5 workers and each workers are given 10,000 salary, and the total wage is 5,000. In the same way, the number of workers into the wages, x into y before change. This, let it be equation number 1. Now we saw if there is increase, if the ratio is increased or decreased, we saw the new quantity. This is the formula we learned. New quantity is equal to B into original quantity divided by A. Now here reduction number of workers in 15 is to 11. They have given the ratio 15 is to 11, so that the number of workers is equal to B by A. B is 11 by A is 15 into the number of workers into x, so that 11 11x by 15. And the next thing is increment in their increment in their wages in the ratio of 22 11. 22 is to 25, so that the wages, total wages in the total B by A, which is 25 by 22 into Y, which is the average wage, comes out to be 25 Y by 22. Now this is the number of workers and this is the total wages. Now as we did before, I am going to multiply these things like x into y. I'm going to number of workers into wages, which will become 11 by 15x into 25 y by 22. Get cancelled. 1 by 2 here, 3, 5. So that will become 5 by 6 xy. So the then the total wage before change and after change, which I have rounded it, and after changes like this, so that it gets something reduced from xy to 5 to 6 of xy. Some one part is reduced out of 6 parts, so that I in a ratio way I can write like xy is to 5 by 6 xy, so that I can write like xy divided by 5 by 6 xy. It will get cancelled and the answer is 6 by 5, which is a decrease in wages.